Getting your morning started the right way with the AM Caffeine Morning Show.
Sticks.
What up, what up? It's your boy DOC. This is the AM Caffeine Show. What's happening, everybody? I'm DOC. I said that already, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you did. You're on my flow because I was right there too. You can't just do it's your boy DOC and I can do my part.
It's this I'm gonna be honest with you. This Zoom thing be having me twisted, dude. I'm not used to this crap, but we're gonna try it again. What up? It's your boy DOC.
It's your girl Marlo J.
DJ Smooth Mellow D.
That's right. It's the AM Caffeine Show. Today, of course, we have Marlo J's watch list. Marlo J, what's up?
If you don't know Marlo J's watch list is what you will be watching once I tell you what to watch, but you should have been watching already. But this week, it's going to be something that's make you say, get your mind to thinking. And I'm going to be like, I taught you that. So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We have Smooth D's Donut Song of the Day. Smooth D, you got a new song for us today?
Yeah, man. Another hot song, hot out the oven. The Hot Now sign is on. It's coming up.
Okay. Oh, you have an oven now?
Yeah, we upgraded.
Oh, look at God. Okay, look at God.
Fresh in the window.
Right. I think we may have some celebrity birthdays and all that, but before we get into all that, we have a special guest today that Marlo J has introduced to us, which I'm glad that she did. She has a new single that just came out, I believe, yesterday, maybe? Is that right, Marlo? Well, I can maybe ask. You probably don't know. I'll ask the guest. But
yes, it came out yesterday, the 13th.
Yes, it came out on Wednesday, exactly. And I got a chance to listen to her first single and the video, which I'm gonna let her know. Like, I'm a little upset, and I'm gonna tell her why I'm upset about it. Our special guest today, singer, songwriter, Sunnie is in the damn building today, everybody. Yeah. Sunnie, how are you?
I'm good.
Pleasure. So before we get into it, let me tell you why I'm upset about the first single we're rolling.
Why come?
I'm upset because that damn song wasn't long enough. Like, I was waiting for some more and it was over.
That it stopped on a word. It was like something.
I was like, maybe something's wrong with my computer or something. Let me go back. So I listened to it again and it stopped at the same place. I was like, oh, wait till I see that damn Sunnie. I'm going to let her know. The vibe of that song is super, super dope. I'm really rocking with it. So how long have you been, you've been doing this? You from Jersey, correct?
Wait. You gotta tell us why you stopped us mid-body roll on that
song. Right, I was on. Oh shit! I can't even finish my roll.
Wait, I can hear you. I'll see if I can.
Yeah, we got stuck. There we go.
Okay.
Wait, we got stuck?
No, yeah, we're good now. So yes, okay. So we'll go to Marlo's point. It felt like there was more to that song. Was that done purposely or explain?
It was done purposely. I figured, because that's the intro to my third project. So I wanted it to grasp people's attention. That's usually the first song's job. So, I figured it's a minute and a half. And it was a vibe I never did before. I felt like it was the perfect length for something like that.
Right. Okay, I guess I'll give you a pass, but I'm waiting for the rest.
We're super late. We're super late getting on this train. So you said this is your third project?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you do other? Were they all other visuals, or were they all just audio? The other two.
The other two have a couple of songs that have music videos that are out, but it wasn't a bunch of them. That's why this time I'm trying to release a video with every song.
Oh.
Right. So Jersey, been writing, I guess, since you really started doing this. How has the process been?
She was talking, sound like it.
What'd you say?
how has the process been up until now? Like you said, this is your third project, and we're kind of just, getting familiar with it. How has it been thus far for you?
journey of a one of a kind. I started, my first project is called It's 2 a.m. Somewhere. And I released that, I believe, 2015, I think. Yeah, 2015 or 16. And then I released Magic 1 year after that. And then I got, I started going out and performing way more, you know what I mean, and getting a larger audience. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Go ahead, Marlo.
I am concerned that my sound is not clear.
No, we can
It's
hear
like
you
I
fine.
can hear you sometimes, and then it gets like staticky.
Staticky?
Yeah, it starts breaking up, like, and then it comes back.
Damn.
Hey, ask it now while your sound is working
Clear?
right.
Yeah, you're good. You're clear now.
The question was, like, you already answered it. I don't know. I guess I had been jumping in. I don't know where it wasn't heard because you actually didn't answer the question. I was asking, why'd you stop us in mid-body roll?
Oh.
Said you did it on purpose. Oh, and the second question was, you said you did it. You were doing video for some of the other. Like, how many videos do you have out right now?
I believe I have like 6, if I'm right.
6.
Just right off the top, I believe I have 6 videos.
And are you dropping the visual? Are you dropping the visual to Everything Stops or no?
Yeah, I am. In about a week or 2. Yeah.
How did you do the video when we are in quarantine?
I shot it myself this time.
You better.
I shot it myself and I
better.
edited the video, and I was like, I got one of my friends to come help me because we were just doing a regular photo shoot, and I was like, yo, we should use this for like part of the video.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came together really nicely because I kind of used some of the same concepts when I did it by myself. So yeah.
Well, how is making the adjustment overall just to the quarantine? I mean, you're an artist and, a lot of that is performance, right? So what are you doing in this whole process now, being quarantined and figuring out other creative avenues to kind of keep yourself buzzing?
Honestly, I'm one of the artists that was quarantined before it was quarantine. You know what I mean? Because I engineer myself. So like I'm home already, and I usually only go out when I'm gonna perform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if anything, it's a positive change. But I guess it makes me look outside the box even more. Like in one of the, I guess I hung my phone from my ceiling to shoot one of the scenes in my video. You know what I mean? So like I just get way more creative now. If anything, I'm taking it as like, a plus.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Wow. This one over here just adding all kind of backslashes. It's like, I'm a writer, backslash producer, backslash singer, backslash DP,
editor.
backslash. Right.
So third project is the idea at this point to try to stay independent and continue to do as much as you can before doing a deal, or is it maybe you want to do distribution? Like, is there an idea of how you want to elevate your whole situation moving forward?
Yeah, I want to be able to like work with labels and stuff like that, but I would prefer to stay as independent as I can because I've done it for this long and I like it. Mm-hmm. But that was kind of my goal in the end. So eventually I would want to, do that. But it's always, eventually you can always revert back to working for yourself,
right,
depending on how long everything lasts. So yeah, I really like being independent right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's your
Go ahead, Marlo.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doc.
No, go ahead.
What's your thanks. What's your process of songwriting? Like, do you get yourself in the mood to write songs? Like, do you set up, or does an event usually kick in something that makes you want to write a song? Or like, what's your process?
Okay, so sometimes I'll freestyle, just if somebody has a beat, or if I just have a song in my head or anything like that, like I'll just freestyle. That's the majority of the time. And then there's a lot of time, you know, throughout every day, I'll write random things down on my phone, whether it's something that somebody said or something that happened. If I just hear it as a lyric in my head, like I just write it down in my phone, and I later on go back and mix them all together. You know what I mean? Because they all like go together and make a story, whatever. And sometimes I'll write them like as if, I mean, I can't play the guitar, but as if I'm sitting there with a guitar and I'm writing a song, like I'll sit there and write it out, like piece by piece, sometimes with music, sometimes without music. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of different ways I try it out.
And what does your what do you envision your, like if you were to do a stage production, right? And you were like say you had say you had to do Coachella. What would your setup look like? What would your setup, your stage, and will it be performance driven, or will it be, you know, you kind of like, you know, on the stool with a mic?
I'm only laughing because that's normally how I am. But honestly, I try to think about that all the time, and I have no idea. I see myself performing in like Rome and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? So like the way I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain that. I don't have a specific set in mind. I can't put my finger on it right now because I'm too indecisive. But I think about that though.
You don't see yourself with a huge production. You feel like you're more of a minimalist when it comes to production.
No, I see myself with a huge production. Like, for example, one of my favorite performances, I love Kanye, right? So like one of my favorite performances was when he was on the platform floating above everybody. Like I would do stuff like that. Like, you know, like that was really cool. like if it's gonna be huge, I feel like I would use the whole room, but it would be like in that manner, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I see you. I see you. Go ahead, Doc.
Go. If you want to finish it up, Marlo, go ahead.
No, I was going to go to a whole other subject. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. As a songwriter, do you want to write for other artists, or primarily the ideas and concepts that you come up with those are yours, and you don't want to share them with other artists because you want to share them from your voice? How do you feel about maybe writing for other artists?
I agree with both of those, actually. Like majority of the songs I write, depending on, because I've written for other people before, but depending on the song, you know, I really like, there's certain ones, of course, you know, music is music. Like sometimes, you know, other people might be able to do it better, you know what I'm saying, or do it in a different type of way. But my personal songs that I write usually come from personal experience or like my personal thoughts. But I always know that there's a way I could write a song that I wrote for myself, you know, with a whole different style, whole different melody from somebody else's point of view. You know what I mean? Like, like I know that it's possible. Like I know that I can do it, and I think that it's fun too. But yeah, majority of my songs, you know, I like
those
to.
Are yours. You're like, I ain't giving this shit to nobody. This is all mine.
But sometimes I have songs where. Sometimes I have songs where I'll write it just because, like freestyle or anything like that. Like I'm just like, oh, this sounds pretty cool, like, you know. And I'll be like, somebody knows somebody that, okay, here, hold on to that. Like just hold on to that song because, you know, maybe they could do something with that I can, you know. Right. So yeah, I'm definitely open to it though.
Go ahead, Marlo, because I can see your lip. I see your lips quivering.
No, it's burning me. I gotta say it. So okay, first, you sound very similar to the groovy vibe that's happening right now with the Ari Lennox and the Summer Walkers and the Ari Fletcher. That whole vibe. Mm-hmm. What will make you stand out? What will say this is different? And if I had to buy one of these 5 albums, I should buy Sunnie's.
Because first of all, my voice is different from both of them. Like I don't know, not like on a scale of 1 to 10, but I mean like the sound. Mm-hmm. Like I know I don't sound like them when I sing. Now Summer Walker got some crazy riffs, and Ari Lennox is a vibe, but like I feel like I have a wider range of genre, mm-hmm. mashup, you know what I mean? Like mixing things together. I got different type of melody. Like my sound is different. You know what I mean? I wouldn't really put it. I feel like other people, the audience would more put it in a category, but like I feel like I'm like in the space between the two. You know what I mean?
Who are you rocking to? Like if you're not vibing to your own music and you just want to listen to somebody else, who's your go-to right now?
Rex Life Raj, the Father Figure album.
So right now, that's what's on your playlist for the most part. Is there anything that we maybe would be surprised that you might listen to, even if it's not current? Is there anything that's kind of like
surprise? I don't know what's surprising. I mean, I listen to Kanye, of course. Everybody listens to Drake. I mean, I listen to like old music, like really old music. Like my first song that I ever sang to the point my parents even knew that I could sing was Frank Sinatra. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm way back there. So like, I don't know, maybe that's surprising. But
how did you discover Frank Sinatra?
Right, it is a little surprising.
Right.
I don't know.
You're old singing Frank Sinatra, you're like, yo.
That's what my mom was like, where did you learn, like, where'd you learn this song? Like, and I remember that, and I was like, I don't remember. Maybe I heard it in the movie or something like that. But it had to keep playing, maybe, or you know what I mean? Like maybe the movie played a couple times, and I just caught on to it because I don't know. I remember I used to sing that.
Probably those stores in New York, like those department stores in New York, they playing that in the background. But what was your, if you could choose one song that was your high school theme song that you loved when you were in high school?
What? Wow.
Or even a song that reminds you of something in high school?
It was so much music. I like currently right now, the first thought that popped into my head was The Weeknd, The Knowing. I got introduced to that song in algebra, in the one class
algebra
where everybody was being bad. But
in algebra.
Yeah. Nobody learning, just music and getting bad. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even make it to algebra.
Album, that album, I learned that whole album in that class. That's the first thought that popped into my head.
What would you say is the song that two things. The first song that you ever wrote down the words to, that was not your own. And secondly, what song that you heard that you wish that you had wrote and sang?
There's a couple of those, but yeah, okay. The first song I ever wrote down on paper it's not a song that anybody knows unless you were there, you know what I mean? But the song is called Hard to Find. I think I was like 9 or like 10. That Willenboro Idol competition that I won on my YouTube channel when I was like 11 or whatever. Like I did that talent show for a couple years. Like, but yeah, that was the first, and I performed. The first one I ever performed there before I won was my own song, so that was cool. And what was the second?
Second one was what song that you wish you would have wrote and performed that you didn't?
Man, a lot. There's a song, and I said it recently. I'm trying to remember. I said this like this week, at some point during this week. There's a song. I can't put my finger on it. I would have to like look through my phone. But I don't know, if I had to think like right off the top, maybe Streetlights by Kanye. I really like that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
AM Caffeine Show. So here's what we're gonna do. Smooth D.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna have Sunnie introduce the new single, and then we'll get right into the mix. Is that what we're gonna do?
That's exactly what we're about to do.
All right, Sunnie. So introduce the new single that came out.
First, Sunnie, tell us how. Wait. First,
Go ahead,
Sunnie, tell
Marlo,
us how we can get in contact with you, how we can follow you.
Exactly.
Okay. You can find me anywhere at IIAMSUNNIE. I am Sunnie. There's my website, iamsunnie.com. And iTunes, Tidal, Spotify.
All platforms.
All
platforms. You can find both of my albums. The first one is called It's 2 a.m. Somewhere. The second one is called Magic. And I got some videos up on YouTube as well. So
with the third project, do you have a release date for the third project yet?
No.
Okay. Coming soon.
Yeah, take that, Smooth. No.
It's coming soon. I wish I did.
All right, so there it is. Let's get into your new single. Introduce that. Smooth Deal. Get into the mix. We thank you for coming on the AM Caffeine Show. I know this whole time in the world is real crazy, but once we get back in the studio and at the station, we would really like to plan something, have you come down and really vibe with us, so Marlo doesn't get stuck like in mid. Like in mid conversation. All right. So thank you, Sunnie. Introduce your new single.
All right. Thank you again for having me. And my new single is called Everything Stops, available everywhere.
There it is, AM Caffeine Show. Smooth D in the mix, y'all.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, is anybody recording? Cause I'm here, I'm reporting. Smoking on what's important. Everything that you say, everything goes your way. Any given new day, used to hear it all. Oh well, new beginnings are coming up. So use your best to fill another cup. Drink it back, just like that. Or you smoke, so you know how it go. Now that you're on a roll, I'm gonna roll, gonna roll, gonna roll, on a 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 roll. Look at that, I got some bullshit on my mind. I just need to find a way to focus on my grind. I can't let nobody come between what's me and mine. You still fine. Oh well, new beginnings are coming out. Don't use your past to fill another cup. Bring it back, just like that. Oh, you smoke, so you know how we go. Now that you're on a roll, I'm gonna roll, gonna roll, gonna roll, gonna roll, on a roll, yeah, on a roll, on a roll, on a roll. Anybody recording? Cause I'm here, I'm reporting. Smoking, know what's important. Listening to everything that you say.
Yo, before I go off into the mix, I gotta run this Everything Stops by Sunnie, y'all. This is my joint, so I'm gonna let it roll.
This is when everything stops. Yeah. This is when everything stops. This is when everything stops. Da 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 da. This is when. Why do I smoke when I'm alone? Why don't I answer my phone? Why am I always alone? Why is no one ever home? Why do I see more than what's shown to me? Why do I feel stronger than I should be? Silence of life and bad doings. I'll stop asking all these questions. This is when everything stops. Yeah. This is when everything This is when everything stops. This is Why did I give you control? I was free, now they're remote. It's in your hands, don't take it badly. I can feel everything changing. I feel it in your voice when you talk to me. See it in your walk when you come to me. No matter how long my story may be at its best, after it all, I'm what's left. This is when everything stops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is when. Love me as much as I love, yeah. Love me as much as I love Cuddy. Love me like you love brand new money. Take it when you can still get it.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time for the AM Caffeine Morning Show.
From the STL to the Hollywood Hills, it's Smooth D.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Yeah, y'all false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up. What? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody trippin', handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I
thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Jesus, the notorious just. Please us with your lyrical thesis. We just chillin', milk 'em, top billin', silkin', pure linen, me and little C, Malibu sea breeze, dawn peas, palm trees, cats named Pablo and milked out Diablo. The williest, this be the silliest. The more I smoke, the smaller the Philly gets. Room 112, where the players dwell, and stash more cash than Bert Fidel. Inhale, make you feel good like Tony. Kick up in your middle like Moni. Yeah. She don't know me, but she's setting up the money. Yeah. Try to style sliding off with a homie. Yeah. Escada Dangada, player, stay splurging. Game so tight, they call it version.
Funky, for all the cars out there and all the brothers that like the front and they ride. Check it out. You know what's front too? Oh, that'll work. Be funky. You know what I'm saying? Funky, for all the cars out there and all the brothers that like the front and they ride. Check it out. You know it's funky, cause you heard it from hearsay. A jam that you love that don't be getting no airplay. Strictly for frontin' when you're riding around. 12 o'clock at night with your windows down. Headlights blinking cause your battery's drained. Armor all on your tires and a big gold chain. Parking outside all the hip-hop spots. Push the EQ and play connect the dots. Leaning to the side, people everywhere. The trunk full of amps, there ain't no room for a spare. Big beats bumping with the bass in back. All the sophisticated suckers catch a heart attack. Cause they don't understand why I act this way. Pumping up the funky beat until the break of day. It's because I want attention when I'm riding by. And the girls be on my jock cause my system's fly. Cars ride with the booming system. Cars ride with the booming system. Just fun. Girlies wanna ride cause they be hearing me getting funky frequently. They tell me don't drink and drive, I say what is this? Pass the Heineken and mind your business. Roll up a fat one and pass it around. Laid back, hypnotized by the funky sound. People in the street see me bobbing my head while I'm checking out the rapper and the rhyme that he said. I'm frontin', and I don't care if you know. The backseat of my car's like a disco show. You would think I was a good friend of Al Capone. Crazy air freshener, who needs cologne? Bottom to the bottom, to the top, to the top. Cruise. It's 3 o'clock, the girlies, they smile. They see me coming, I'm steady humming. I got the funky drummer drumming. My trunk be shaking, vibrating and rattling. Pumping so loud, all the shorties be battling. My right hand man's here without the swing. Every chance I get, I'm showing off my rings. I can keep it up until the break of dawn, cause I'm frontin' in my ride and my word is born. Front, you know what I mean?
Shawty made that clap, she don't need no applause. High fashion, like Goya, G-Wagon, or the Rover.
Get your morning started the right way with the AM Caffeine Morning Show.
Go, go, go. Drop that to the floor, yeah. Whoa, you ain't gotta do it none of these. If we hop in the Benz, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my pride, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of bass. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. Now you want the shoe with the red at the bottom, babe. You know I like when you right at the top, babe. She wants Sinead and D-Yo-Yo. I'm only doing cash, I don't need promo. I pull up to the high rise, I'm in the fofo. Inside Coco. If I got a feeling, I keep it inside my heart. And I keep a pedicure, cause I don't do facades. You can see my diamonds even when I'm in the dark. And since you got it, it make you go and do anything you want. Shawty made that clap, she don't need no applause. High fashion, like Goya, G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got a cold heart. I know I gotta keep my shawty on go. Drop that to the floor, yeah. Whoa, you ain't gotta do it none of these, no.
AM Caffeine Show. AM Caffeine Show, Smooth D and the ones and twos. Thank you so much to our special guest singer-songwriter, Sunnie. Smooth D played the single at the top of the show, or at the top of his mix. So once again, thank you, Sunnie.
Oh boy.
So here's what's really funny. Again, this is probably like our, I don't know, maybe 5th show that we're doing via Zoom. So we're still getting used to just the delay, the pause. The vibe is just totally different. So what we decided to do is during Smooth D's mix is put all our mics on mute. But we're texting each other during, and literally from the text, like I'll text and I'll look at Marlo's expression as she reads the text, and it's hilarious because I can only just tell what you're thinking, but I can't hear it because we're on mute. Hilarious, dude. When I see you read the text and you start cracking up, it made me laugh.
The group chat, hilarious. Hilarious. And it's hard. It's like, yeah, it's just crazy. And I try and keep faith, I try and, read it like the rest of y'all read it. It's gotta be funny to everybody. It can't just be funny to me. But everybody else keeps their face, but I just can't. I lose it.
Hilarious.
It's so funny to me. Like, I don't understand why it's not funny to everybody.
So, Marlo, because in your other line of work, you've been doing a lot of these Zoom calls, right? A lot of these Zoom. So how is it? Are you getting used to it yet? Are you kind of sick of it? Like how is that as you navigate throughout your day and have to get on these calls?
Both. I'm used to it and I'm sick of it. And so it's like I'm used to it, so I can kind of figure out, I figure out depending on what time of day it is, where I should take the call for the best lighting, but I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it because when I'm home, I don't want to be at work.
Right.
I want to be at work when I'm at work.
Right. Right. But does it feel, and this goes to you too.
It's intrusive.
Does this feel like this is now the new normal? Because even when, I guess, things go back to, it'll never go back to how it was, and, there's a cure or whatever is going to happen regarding this whole COVID-19 situation. But how do you feel things are going to be proceeding, once we're able to, you get back into your office and all that? Do you think that these type of platforms are going to be just as prevalent once you're back, in the office, back 9 to 5? Do you think now this is going to be how we're going to have to operate from here on out?
To a certain degree.
I'm going to let Z answer.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever go back to that. It's like after 9/11. Like, it's just a different feel. We found a nice way back, but yeah, I mean, I think there's concerns about just overall safety. Like, they're revamping travel, protocols and work protocols. I mean, there are going to be so many more things that are going to be in place from a safety precautionary standpoint. And, people got to wash their hands, man. Like, it's, you can't afford to be nasty no more.
Right. So
I think it's going to go back to similar. I think people are at this point in life, like this point in the world, people have such a short attention span, and people are outraged and people are informed periodically. So it's like, I feel like right now we in this, and everybody when they open the world back up, they're gonna be like, because I'm trying to be careful, and then they're gonna forget about this and be on top of each other in a mosh pit in a club by next year this time.
And I think that's the issue, because it's gonna go right back.
I don't think so. I mean, of course you're gonna have.
I think so too, because you think of like. I think that is the issue, and I think that's how it's going to be, because we've had pandemics in the U.S. before. It's
true, but
it's not in our lifetime.
To this magnitude through history, let's say, has it been to this magnitude?
Not the Spanish fly, Spanish flu.
We see where Marlo's at. Okay, you've been locked up too long, huh, baby? Time to release you.
Let it out. Let it out.
Let it out. Let it out.
Both of y'all, don't shake your shoulders at me. I don't like it.
And this lets you know how old Marlo really is. She said Spanish fly. Like,
I meant flu.
Not ecstasy, not whatever's cracking. Spanish fly was cracking in the early 70s.
Right.
I don't even know what Spanish fly, I didn't know that was a real thing. Because my day was grass monkey.
Grass monkey?
Funky monkey,
No, well, brass monkey is a drink. Spanish fly was like.
Spanish fly a drink?
Spanish fly was like a pill. It was like what you.
Yeah, it was a pill. It was kind of. I mean, is it like ecstasy kind of?
No question. It was like ecstasy, but it was ecstasy for the 70s, like back in the day.
It was the Bill Cosby. It was like it was a code word for like the Bill Cosby.
It's a date rape drug, where I think the difference between ecstasy is like you both kind of take it. And I don't know, this is just what I had heard. But you both take it and you both kind of feel to get, that way together. Spanish fly was, when she's not looking, you go ahead and drop her little boopsie, drop her little something in her drink.
And
I don't think Spanish fly was something that you took together.
Did the Spanish fly make the girl all hepped up, or did it make her?
I think that was a purpose.
I think it kind of made her like a little loopy. I think it was like the Bill Cosby. I think that was some Bill Cosby.
Yeah, it was the Bill Cosby.
Like Quaaludes?
I mean, I'm not the pharmaceutical expert.
Right. If anybody would know the effects of any type of situations,
I would not be the one to ask.
No.
Yeah, but I do believe that it made you druggy, and so it was a lot easier for him.
Make you druggy.
Make it a lot easier for him to do what he wanted to do. AM Caffeine show. But here, really quick. How is this? And according to you guys, especially Marlo, think that it's going to go back to normal at some point. But to me, I'm thinking like, how what is the approach going to be when you're not going to be able to tell if somebody's cute if the broad has a mask on. So you're like, is she cute? So do you now go, well, how do you really look? And then you got to
social media.
She got to pull up her phone and be like, this is me with no mask.
And you can scan it right there. Boop, scan it.
They're gonna start making those transparent masks. It's gonna be some kind of way. It's gonna be transparent so you can see what they actually look like.
Marlo, you can get on that. That could be it.
Marlo.
I'm already on it. What? We're just calling it looky loos.
The Looky Loo app, Marlo, you better trademark that because that might be the thing.
Right. Yes.
Because I do notice that when I'm going places and people have their mask on, I really be trying to see what they look like, but you can't see.
Yeah, this guy tried to holler at me at Smart and Final. We both had masks on. I know I was cute, but I didn't know what he looked like. But then I was like, and I was entertaining it slightly until I saw he had ear hair, and I said, "Oh no."
See, I realized that my best feature must be my eyes because I get more attention now. I see people checking me out more, and the only thing you can see is my eyes.
Well, they're not checking you out because they find your eyes attractive. Everybody's looking at you're just paying attention. Like, does he look like he's shady? I don't think it's because.
Or if I'm coming to rob the joint.
You got regular doodle brown eyes, Smooth.
Doodle brown.
You have nice big almond eyes.
Almond eye, Merle Marlo. Almond eyes.
Yes, he does. Look at the shape of his eyes.
Smooth, that looks like a raccoon. AM Caffeine Show. Coming up, we have right now. Marlo J's watch list. Marlo J, explain to the people what your watch list is.
Well, if you don't know what Marlo J's watch list is what if you don't know what to watch, I'm gonna tell you what to watch, and then you be watching it.
Did that come out right?
No, it didn't. Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah.
What was that, Doc? What's Marlo J's watch list? Is what you will be watching and what you should be watching once I tell you what to watch. This week, we have... Now, okay. I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Are you really, Marlo?
I very much am.
I didn't even know that because it doesn't seem like... I didn't know that. Okay.
Absolutely. And I often feel like I'm alone because nobody likes to admit that they're conspiracy theorists.
I'm starting to be. I think I'm starting to be.
Okay, so see, now it's me, you, and Kenya Barris. Because if you haven't seen #BlackAF or or #Blackest, then you should be. It's on Netflix. You've got to watch it. And he is a conspiracy theorist that believes that everything that he does and that Black people do is because of slavery. Mm-hmm. And I think he's right. So it's Kenya Barris, who is you know him as the writer of, I want to say, Girls Trip.
Girls Trip, right?
And Blackish, all of the ish, all
Grownish,
of the ish,
mixed-ish,
Blackish, mixed-ish, yeah. And so it's kind of a satire of a reality show about his family. And so Rashida Jones, Quincy Jones' daughter, plays his wife in this, I guess you can call it a sitcom. You can call it a sitcom. Black AF on Netflix. #.
Yes. Super dope. One of my really good friends is the GM over at Collabo, which is Kenya's company. So I've been knowing about this show kind of from like the inception. It actually went through a title change. Initially, it was supposed to be called Black Excellence. Not sure why they had to change it, but obviously they did. And, you know, when it first came out, first dropped, it received a lot of bad press.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand.
Like, what were they saying?
Well, first and foremost, people were saying, which I thought was very ignorant, because had they paid a little bit of attention, they could have answered their own question. But a lot of folks were saying that they felt that, well, why is it called Black AF when there are no dark-skinned people on the show? Now, if you even just know who Rashida Jones is, you know that Rashida Jones is Quincy Jones's daughter, and she's half Black, half white. Therefore, the kids are not going to be. So then, when you go a step further, this is a take on Kenya's real life. So his real wife is mixed. Therefore, his kids are mixed.
Right. I remember hearing that people giving Rashida Jones a really hard time in taking this role. And before I watched it, I kind of thought the same because, she was notoriously on that I'm not Black, I am Cablasian, I don't know, whatever, like Tiger Woods, like it was, I'm not Black, I'm culturally ambiguous, you know. And she was on that ride for a while, and so I remember people giving her a hard time about them casting her in this, but yeah, I thought that it was a good fit. I thought it was a really good fit and good show.
I really did too, and I felt that Kenya's character was always battling with himself, like, how am I viewed in this industry? How do white executives view me? Am I adding to stereotypes? Like, I think that's what I really liked about, because he was always trying to challenge himself and seeing if he was portraying Black people in a proper fashion. So that's what I really liked, because he was always questioning himself. And this was really shot from the point of view of his daughter. His daughter is doing a project for school. So some of that is coming from her voice, that she's interviewing these folks and like what's going around in her life. And you kind of forget that a lot of it is coming from her point of view in this series.
Yeah, I mean, but how about let people watch it for themselves? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
oh no, but I'm just saying this is how I felt, and when I saw the criticism, and I just didn't get the criticism. I didn't get it.
I think a piece of the criticism came from, maybe I would say the marketing of it is because Kenya has been attached to this ish brand, Blackish and things like that. So to take something like Black AF, kind of in the same lane and how they presented like the first, promotional materials, I think people were thinking, oh, this is like another Blackish. It's going to be, but more about him, which it was. But I think what Blackish was in a box because it had to be packaged for network television, ABC. Mm-hmm. So, give me this deal at Netflix and I can do what I really want to do. I'm letting my nuts hang. And that's like the approach that you got. It was real raw, in your face. The way he talked to his kids was crazy, but the whole scope of it, man, I thought it was super dope. And I think by everybody who had a complaint about it, I said, give yourself to episode 3. And I think by episode 3, it starts rounding out and you start kind of seeing his point of view more than the first one. Because he was just showing his nuts, the first one.
The first episode, he was on some I hate white people.
I hate white people.
So, yeah, hopefully, I spoke to my guy yesterday, and I don't know. I probably really shouldn't give out any information in regards to what's going to happen.
How did you know this was going to be were you already talking to them about my television watch list?
Was I talking to them?
Yes.
No, I didn't know what was on your watch list.
Okay, so what do you mean you shouldn't tell us stuff?
What I'm saying is I had a conversation with my friend in regards to what's going to happen with the show from here on out.
What's going to happen with the show from here on out?
I don't know if I should say. I forgot. I forgot.
An AM Caffeine show exclusive.
Right. He wanted friends to be like, did you know that such and such what such and such did? And you'd be like, what such and such do? You'd be like, oh, I shouldn't say.
I shouldn't say nothing.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
all ready to hear.
So we'll wait and we'll wait and see. But I hope that it does come back because I thought it was done really well. AM Caffeine Show. So Smooth D.
Yeah.
Do you have a donut song of the day? Or was that the Sunnie, the two Sunnie songs that she that we were able to premiere her new single? Do you have something else?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. Yeah, I guess I should have set it up as the donut song, but yeah, that was the new joint. Was the donut song. Yeah.
You shot your wad with that one. Okay, great.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Marlo, why does everything? Here's what kills me with Marlo. If you say anything that's even halfway adult, she's like, "Oh my God!" Like she's Mary Magdalene. Marlo J, we know that if you open your closet, it's all types of tombstones and all types of shit is gonna fall out your closet. We know that for sure.
I am Queen Mary or Mother Mary or Mary's mother.
I'm looking at the dents in your bed from here. I see.
You know, dents in your bed don't come from movement in the bed. It comes from you being still, like a starfish.
So when you're in the bed, you don't move. Are you one of those like?
Nope. I go to sleep. I be like this.
like Han Solo, like Han Solo in the crypt,
encased in carbonite.
Yeah.
And Empire Strikes Back.
That's where I'm at.
Wait.
That's where I'm at right there.
Marlo, don't do that. Is that why you're single? You don't move? Do you have rigor mortis?
You said if I'm in my bed.
When you're in bed and somebody's on top of you, are you the type that just stays there? Do you give us some movement?
First of all, they wouldn't be on top of me. I like to be the aggressor. So, of course, there's movement.
Oh,
I'm going to sit on them and just look and blink at them real hard.
Marlo, so you like to... I find that fact most females seem to like to be on top. Do you find that just in general, not just you, but in general? Like, do females prefer that?
If I don't mind looking at you and seeing your face, then I'll do that. Yeah, I'll mind.
You don't mind.
Otherwise, otherwise.
Okay, so wait.
But I don't want to see your face.
Let me get some clarity. So you're saying that you will lay down with someone, but you don't really like look. So they're not really cute, but you can get one off. So you'll do it anyway. You don't like looking at them?
Doc, I'm sure you've had women. You've had a wife, so you know.
That I didn't like looking at her?
Then when girls don't like to look at you, they still like you.
Oh, I see what you did there. Okay.
You see what I did there?
I see. You brought it back around and then, okay. Pew, pew, I see what you did there.
But yeah,
I think, Marlo, on some real
attractive boyfriend.
You would love to look at me. And it's okay.
When will I start?
When you're looking at me now, so I know you like it. It's okay, Marlo.
Oh.
So Marlo, you've been with someone that you didn't think was cute. So then why did you?
Oh, absolutely.
But you like them?
I've been with a few unattractive guys, but for some reason, when you start to like them, you don't see them as ugly anymore.
No, I get that. I understand that.
I mean, but that probably had to do. The performance probably has something to do with that, though.
No, it's usually if they're like charming or funny or generous
or smart.
No, I don't give a shit if they smart or not.
Oh, you take a funny dumb dude. Okay. Got you.
I had a funny dumb dude. I sure did. Because he had the other two. He was funny, handsome, and generous.
How'd you say he was handsome? You didn't like to look at him.
No, I said I've had a funny dumb dude.
Oh.
No, the unattractive dude, he has to be funny, generous, and possibly rich. Yeah.
Possibly rich. And when you say generous, what do you mean? So generous with his riches?
Well, yeah. Why is both of y'all mad? Did it freeze?
Yeah, because
It froze.
It froze.
Mrs. Freeze.
Both of y'all was like frozen for me. I was like, hello? Hello?
AM Caffeine Show. Thanks to Sunnie for singer-songwriter Sunnie for coming on the show. If you get a chance, she has a new single out. What was the name of the single again, Smooth? Marlo, what was that new single there?
The new single is "We're Rolling." In the first joint that she got to as well, which was the second song I played. It was called "Everything Stops," and I forgot to ask her why did she have Fruity Pebbles in that video.
Is that what got Smooth? Because you like a Fruity Pebble, don't you? You like Fruity Pebbles, right?
I love Fruity Pebbles. I love them. I love them. You can put them on top of anything.
Oh, anything?
You can put them in a cookie. You can put them in a pancake or a waffle.
That's so disgusting.
You don't like Fruity Pebbles, Marlo?
No. Oh. I don't like any. Well, me personally, I don't like any cereal that changes the color of my milk. Like I just need it to stay white. So I don't like anything that makes it look greenish or a red. Like no. Ooh,
I don't like any of those sugary cereals anymore. I don't think I even eat cold cereal anymore. Like.
So you just stick to what, malto meal and porridge? I mean, what you like?
I don't eat those right now.
Good old bowl of porridge.
Oh, and what is porridge? Porridge grits? What is porridge?
No, porridge isn't grits. Porridge is like.
Porridge is its own thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know about the Three Little Bears?
I don't even think you.
The Three Little Bears had porridge. It's made out of cornmeal.
Okay, first of all, it could have been grits or oatmeal, and they was calling it porridge.
No.
I'm saying, you go to the store and buy porridge right now.
No, you can't. You have to make it. It's made out of cornmeal. You ever seen a cornmeal box with the corn and it's blue and orange?
Yes.
Okay, so you make it out of that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have my mama.
No.
Oh, what you say about my mama?
I said, I don't want no porridge.
Marlo, do you like malto meal?
No.
You don't like malto meal?
Okay, first of all, you making it seem like it's sugar. It's just malto meal.
Smooth, do you like malto meal, Smooth?
Yeah, I remember malto meal.
Right. So porridge is kind of like that. It's real smooth.
No, he said, do you like it?
Oh, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I used to get cream of wheat, oatmeal, and malto meal confused when I was little.
It's sweeter.
Cream of wheat.
No. I'm going to have my mom. I guarantee you have some of my mama's porridge, you'll love it.
Hey, Doc Mama can cook. I'm down for some Doc Mama porridge.
Yeah.
And tell her throw some patties up in that joint, too.
Porridge with Ovaltine.
What'd you say, Marlo?
I bet your mama fed you. I said, I know your mama fed you malto meal and Ovaltine.
What is Ovaltine? What's the difference?
But isn't Ovaltine like quick?
Yes, it's like a hot chocolate.
Is it? It's like Swiss Miss?
Yeah.
Is it? I've never had Ovaltine.
It came in a brown jar, and you had to scoop it out.
I remember that. Oh, and then you put that with hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because, hey, let me tell you, I guess I'll tell you what. Get some Swiss Miss in your life with some ready-made, with the... That's a whipped cream.
I know what it sounds like. Thanks.
Oh. AM Caffeine Show. We'll be back next week. Anything going on for the weekend, Smooth D, Marlo? I guess not. We can't go. We can't do a damn thing.
I will probably go outside for a walk.
For a walk, Marlo J. You look like you might need to go for a walk.
Oh, actually, this weekend, this morning, I did a rally for justice down at City Hall. You know, we're trying to make sure that, that the people are taken care of and that they consider us when they're looking at their budget. So, yeah, LA County City Supervisors.
Okay. There it is. AM Caffeine Show. We'll be back next week. That's it. You guys enjoy.
Oh, wait. Is there anything going on online? Any verses? Isn't
Nelly versus Ludacris.
Nelly versus Ludacris.
Luda, one of my favorite MCs.
I got Luda all day. I got Luda all day.
You know what?
That big song.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to
all
go with
day.
the hometown. Hometown. I gotta go hometown. He has big. Yeah, I gotta go. Luda's a better lyricist. Got a gang of joints, but I think you're gonna sleep on Nelly when you hear some of the stuff he pull out the woodworks.
Yeah, I hear you. I think Luda has more body of work. Would you, as a DJ, would you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a good one. And once
more
again,
features.
Shout out to Erykah Badu and to Jill Scott. They had over 700,000 people who tuned in to their battle, which was dope. And now there's going to be a comedy one that actually, can I give this tidbit out? Maybe I will. Kenya Barris is going to be part of.
I saw that.
Kenya Barris is going to be part of it because now they're going to make it into a bigger thing. If you haven't seen Kevin Hart's live when he was on last week and he was bringing different people on his IG live, he brought in Affion Crockett. And Affion Crockett, who's a comedian, actor, dancer, they battled each other, and Affion killed Kevin Hart.
He killed him, dog.
And now it's going to turn into a versus series with comedians bagging on each other. So that's coming up. You heard it here first. Pew, pew, pew. AM Caffeine
Let's
Show.
get Affion on next week.
Marlo, did you see my two shooters?
I said, put your guns away.
AM Caffeine Show. We out. We'll holla. Peace.
Bye.
Deuces.